pBlock. Alright, let's go. What do I do? The iron area landfill stuff. So, I'm just gonna deconstruct some rocks. And then wait for the stone to stack up. I'm gonna make some more landfill. Why exactly am I storing the quality landfill? No idea, to be honest. Okay, you go there. Which means I need to go like this height. And how far over do I need to go with this? Like that. And this whole thing needs to also be moved a little bit. The belt, like roughly here. To here. Find is good enough. Let the dash run down. I'm now going to run all over the island and just deconstructing all of these rocks. Because they give me some rocks, stone, that I can use for landfill. Also, this can be reactivated. There we go. And I am going to put this dirt on this side. Don't need that belt, yeah, right. Right, fine. Can the inserters keep up with that? I think so. Fine, good enough. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna run all around and just going to deconstruct all of the stone that I find. This is not very ideal. Producing way too much sand and not enough stone. So what I can do is I can just I can just do this and this and that. They were like half of that goes that direction, I guess. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it differently. I'm going to scream. And other than that, this moves up and then over here and then on here. Does it make sense? I guess it doesn't. Like anything that goes past it, I don't, fuck man. How much do you take? 3. How much do you make? 3. Or just move this in the other direction. It's maybe the better idea. Like just... It's fine, this is fine, and just keep it as a loop. Not like anything is ever gonna make it all the way around. Fine. Now we produce stone first. And then sand with the rest that's left over. Which hopefully is enough. I'm gonna make another one. Which one is it? Alt Q? Not enough ingredients. Oh god. Oh yeah, I have nothing. Alright, fine. I'm just gonna make another one and hope that fills the belt up. That enough? Yes. Okay. Yay! Woo! Put that here, copy paste. Get the belt. Alright. Definitely makes sense to have an underground there, but yeah, whatever. Okay. This is fine. Move that over here. Alright. And now we just hope that this is enough dirt to fill up all of this. I'm just gonna put all of this on the upper side of the belt. I guess I could have, you know, yeah, fine, whatever. More landfill. Shut up and just make it happen. I wonder when the belt will actually fill up. This is making 4. This is making nothing. It's still not enough dirt. Fine. Whatever. As long as I get more landfill, everything fine. Gonna put all of that away, that away, that away, and I think now I can actually fill up the area. Fill in the area. Yeah. A little bit more. There we go. Now I can just paste the blueprint. Yes, alright. This should be not an underground. Can I save resources anywhere? I don't think so, not really. Maybe I can compress this somehow. Can I? Let's see. If I take this and just put it on the side for now. And I take the first 4. And I put them here. And I take the last 4. Can I rotate this? Yeah, it can be rotated, alright. And I have this. And I move this in the other direction. And then do this. Just the same thing as... You know what? Actually, I can just copy this. Why am I not doing this? Alright. Here we go. Now it's too tall. If I rotate it like that. And I take this belt and I have this direction. Also saves on undergrounds. That's nice. Okay. Do I want the power pole there? Nah. Not really. Okay, then. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm just gonna put this... Does this direction make sense? That's the iron belt, yeah, okay. Oh, I think it does. Then the belt. I like having more space in between the belts, alright. Right, the belt runs up, goes into this kind of structure thing. That thing. How much space do I leave in between that? Should be not fine. This is the iron output belt, right? Then we have the belt running up here for the input. That direction. Then we have 4 of these. I'm just gonna leave one space in between, it doesn't really matter. Okay, these output bunch of iron ore on the belt. How much is this making again? 2.24, yeah, that's definitely good enough for half a belt. Then I can have the coal on this belt as well. Which means the coal is going to be produced over here and then going to run up and along around there. Copy that whole thing. Alright. So, not gonna care about the ash for now. I want how much input? 0.1 insert, alright. 1 inserter input? Is 1 inserter really enough? I don't trust the speed calculator, or the, what's it called, rate calculator thing on these things. I don't trust them at all. Can we please finish this so I can click on the running machine? Doesn't change anything. Okay, fine. So, 1 insert is actually enough. Come on, click on it again. Okay, you output what? 1.25, so 2 inserters for output. And 1 for inputting again. Alright, fine. Okay. That's good. How much coal does this consume? Yeah, it doesn't have fuel, but tell me anyways, how much does... 0.2, alright. And this makes 1 point something, so this can support at least 5 machines. So that is fine. That is completely fine. Is this scalable? If I paste that right there, then I can have another one here. And another one here. Gonna keep the... Yeah, sure, I'm just gonna keep this right here. This goes around and in here. Right, that's that. Belt, inserters. How much input? 2 inserters worth of input. Alright, fine. Oh, wrong direction. Right. That's that. Good, looks a little bit cleaner at least. Then we output can click on that again. One insert of iron ore and ash, which I'm not going to worry about yet, or am I? 1, 2, 3. Then I can have the ash belt here. Gonna have the insert of filtered for iron ore. Can copy that. Alright. I can definitely have this way more compact, but you probably know by now, I don't really care about that too much. This is fine, don't care about this part anymore, this is fine, don't need that. Then that stuff goes into a furnace. This is 0.6, right, per second. So this makes 2.4 iron ore per second. 2.4 is 3 furnaces, which means I'm gonna make 4, just because it looks nicer. Yeah. Okay. Gonna design this over here. We have the iron ore and the coal. That thing, that direction, or you have the coal on the top side. You know what? Delete this again. I can't really easily... Do I really have to use an underground? Fine. This is not how I want this to be, but fine, whatever. An underground is kind of expensive. Okay, then we have the iron ore over here for now. I can save on the underground by doing this. Yeah, I can do this. Then move this over here. Then I just do this. No, not that. I do this. Yeah, alright. Now the ore is in the middle of the on the bottom side, and the coal is on the top side. That's fine. Then we have the... I'm just gonna keep the furnaces on the bottom row for now. Not like it matters anyways. Inserters. Now we're gonna space them like that. Okay. Right, and you need the coal, so you need 2 inserters as input. Very expensive. Okay. And the output, 1 inserter for now. 2, 3, 4. It goes on the belt. Okay. And technically I can just filter off the ash from this belt and ignore the issue for now. Which means it would probably be a better idea to have this on the top side of the belt, because then I can filter out the ash and move it onto this belt automatically without having to use another underground belt. So that's good. Underground here. Gonna have to use 2 undergrounds. It's kind of sad, but whatever. Okay, then we have... How much is this output? How much ash? 0.2. 1 inserter. You can search ash. Alright. Blueprint and I wonder, can I somehow have this compact without... Nah, not really. Okay, fine. What did this say? How much ash does it output? Wrong thing. Oh, 0.13, so I have like... Can just click this button. One inserter for ash, one inserter for iron plates. Alright, fine. We're just gonna have one. Luckily I can just copy paste this. There we go. And you take only iron plates. Alright. That's great. And I'm gonna place a chest here. This part is finished. Already looks much cleaner. Is the footprint bigger? Probably. Actually not that much really. Kind of the same area. I could even move... Can I? Oh, I know I can do. I can just move this to the left. Move this over here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I doubt that I will ever need this many, but just in case. This up, and then we do this. This. Then I take that whole block. Paste it right here. No, what is fine. Then I don't have this weird edge looking out. Or sticking out on the side. Okay, don't need this many. Save on some belts. Alright. Which means the coal is on the other side, which means this thing goes here. And that thing goes here. And that thing rotates. Yes, okay. Good. Then... Gonna remove this part. Remove this part, remove this part. I take this machine. I'm just... Where do I put this thing? Right, I can just use up all of the coal that this thing produces. That's good. I'm just gonna put this right here for now. Then I copy paste this thing. Where do I put that? This thing needs fuel. And that's this whole part. Not get rid of this belt for now. So I can actually think what to put where. This thing gets the leftover from this belt. Just dumps all of the coal in here. That should be fine. I'm just gonna use one insert only. The ash. Me a couple minutes ago. No, I'm not gonna do the ash belt yet. Me right now. I'm gonna do the ash belt right now. Which means you also need to deal with ash. 0.1. If I have both inserters unfiltered, nah, I can't do that. They need to be filtered, I can't have this backup with ash. Well, then again, technically I could just filter off the ash right here and just cycle, but nah, no. I'm not doing that. If I have this inserter right here and this, let's say I have this and then flip it and have that here. I can only have 2 of these, which makes how much again? 2.23. Of course I forgot how much this uses. 0.4, and how much does the furnace use? Okay, so this should be fine. You know what? This is fine. It's good enough. This filters out the ash moves around here. Does this collide with the other belt? Looks ugly. One space. Right. Man. Does it waste one belt? Sure, but it looks at least a little bit less ass. Right, fine. This is dealing with the ash. Ash inserter. Move this over here. Ash goes up here and to the right. Alright. Then I have... How does this work again? You just produce. I don't even need that thing. That's nice, that's great. You just produce spores. And the spores go on this build. Which means I could just move you over to the belt. Makes sense. Move this belt. Have it look like that. Does it waste an insane amount of space? Yeah, sure. Is it a big deal? Not really. We can have infinite space. Once the chest backs up at least. How much, that being said, how much stone do I have and how much sand? We're slowly backing up on sand. The stone should also back up at some point. Alright, fine. Forgot how much does this output? Output's 1, so 2 inserters. Alright. Then I need water over here. I don't have a pump. Can fix this real quick. Do I put the water from here or here? I don't think it matters too much. Alright. And that one. From experience, this consumes very little steam. So that should be fine. I think that's everything. Except for the output belt, but like, other than that. You get a belt. You get a belt. Belt over here. Max distance. Alright. I think that's everything. Yeah, only thing I need to do is actually make the stuff. Yeah, but I'm gonna do that next time. So, goodbye.